crazy. So I think it's a 5/8, but these things are huge. Crazy. So it's got two of these really big ones. It's got a 5/8, and then we haven't even got like all the way down through that beam to see what's at the bottom of it. Jeez, like crazy. This house is never gonna wash away, that's for sure. I don't think we want to spend 5 days just chiseling that thing. We might end up having to get something bigger out here, like a backhoe with a bigger jackhammer on it, because that thing is just big, really big, and really, really well reinforced. Great job, Mr. Concrete Guy, put this in. You did not want anyone to be able to tear up your porch. Mission accomplished. Oh, good. Actually, it's so shiny it looks like it's still wet. It's not. It's dry. You get lots of good sun and dry wind in Texas today. So I think we have a locked in the ground bunker now, which is perfect. Now, Demolition, we need to talk about the backyard because it is time for us to start planning and figure out what exactly we're going to do back here. I want to make this backyard space as epic as possible. I brought all this dirt in because it was just really far down. We were going to bring all this dirt up against the house so that there's not a 9-foot fall down to my death right there. I want to be able to just walk right off. So we are going to start designing this backyard. Figure out where to put the dirt so we know like where the pool goes. I'm sure you guys are like, yeah, Matt, you definitely need a pool. I agree. You're like, Matt, you need a hot tub. I agree. You're like, Matt, don't you think you need a fire pit? Obviously. What else? What am I forgetting to make this backyard crazy awesome? This is a place that Meredith and I want to raise our kids as long as they'll stay with us. And I want it to be fun for them. I want it to be fun for me and Meredith to have just the best backyard. We're doing it all ourselves. You do whatever you want. We have all the space to do whatever you want. What should we do? And if you would like to see more of the
number 9?
Yes.
And then you have 4 cheeseburgers on the side.
One more on the side, yes.
Huh?
One more on the side,
Just
yes.
one more?
Yes.
I'm giving you 4.
No, it's just one more.
Okay. See? Well, we have to read all the right here. There you go. 705. 705, okay?
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. How may I help you? You need? Okay. So much out there, so much noise. She probably would need to hear you. That's why I have to double check the order here.
Not a problem.
Okay, have it going. Can I get your quote for reserve one? You can go around.
Nah, I really can't.
They just sitting there. They will.
Alright. One.
Both Democrats are poised to push through their package of police reforms in the House. Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly 1 month ago, George Floyd spoke his final words. I can't breathe.
They gave me the wrong drink.
What was your drink?
Sprite.
Here, you got?
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.